EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that...
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number one rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week. Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 7-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
19 tight. Here we go. Set. 19, 18, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
To throw is Sanders. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adafe Owe showed off the pass rush skills.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the move to his left. On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because They ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson now. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. This time Jackson will throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Henry. So they'll line up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great job, great call right there. Put it near the receiver.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
60 bicep, Mustang 19.
Sanders to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. Ready.
Here's Sanders. He finds his man, complete. That's 4. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Get it. 70 Lions. Hurt. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 3rd and 6.
Ready. Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 3. Let go.
Sanders. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Let's go now.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Nice up.
They go play action with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out. See?
Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Nice up. Nice up.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens had 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game. But one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll run on. And he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 68.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Second and 14. Jackson. The short throw caught by Andrews. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And third and 8 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And the Baltimore
From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And will wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
at their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Here's second and 10. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That is incomplete. Well, they tried to take the shot there, but the defense, they read that double pass all the way, and now you've got third down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Throwing, Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 66 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. To throw now, here's Sanders. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll send the tight end in motion. Sanders, a final shot before break. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Sanders. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll go. Here's Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They run with Ford. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Johnson goes in motion left. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 10.
Tampa 60. Tampa 60. 60 by 6. 60 by 60. 60. Ready.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
70 Warriors 70.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This from 44 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. I mean, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's going to have a first down. That's not a big play, but that double pass does the job. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it'll be second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Get it. Viking, 18. 18, 5 in. Mustang, 19. Hey, smash. 19 tight. 19 tight.
To throw is Sanders. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford.
Sanders pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Ready.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, England.
Right back to Njoku. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Ravens to Njoku. It's a gain of 20. And the Browns first down.
Sanders once more. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. Brings up second down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Ravens take over.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Yo.
Henry out of the pistol. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
Jackson options out left. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Hopkins. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Shador. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Eluding the pressure right. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Come on. Hit. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Trap 50. Trap 50.
Sanders to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Sanders. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A 45-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 83 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. On his loop for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Sanders. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
This is Ford. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think this this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A gain of 16 yards.
On play action, here's Shadur. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game. So every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Ravens, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
you know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear